Camera's behaving quite strangely. Anyway, I guess this is a pre-video. Let's see if this works. Batteries or something, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Modern Mystic left a comment related to the cigarette stuff. So anyway, I did a walk and talk video about the whole thing, generally speaking, in terms of the quality of the argument and the flagging and all this other bullshit that has nothing to do with the subject. So anyway, I mean, I might as well do the skinny wop comment real quickly. Gary calls people hypocrites while arguing the government regulation when his feelings are hurt online. Well, whatever, that's just the silliest thing ever. But cries when the government regulates deadly vice that he happens to like. Again, it's none of your business. I think snowboarding is a deadly stupid activity, so should I ban it? You're just retarded. Then he calls people bigots while being bigoted against Jews and Muslims. So there, you're a liar. You can't prove anything like that. You can't even come close to proving it. And you have the name Skinny Wop. You can't see how stupid it is for you to even talk about bigotry or slanders or abuses of people, and you put the Skinny Wop in your name, you idiot. I mean, you're so fucking stupid. What a dipshit. He's too stupid to know what a hypocrite moron he is. Yeah, well, you prove nothing. You just lie online, so you're just a liar. Yeah, bravo. You're a liar. You should get what you deserve. Yeah, I like that. I like that line. You should get what you deserve. It's perfect. Anyway, the old mystic is the one I want to get to. That's interesting. Is there something strange going on in this argument that I don't understand? He's used that little weirdy thing. Seeing you still bashing this thing around, I googled tax-free cigarettes and found smokes for $9 a carton. Marlboro, $18 a carton. Yeah, which is interesting. So let's do the $18 first. You know, obviously they're not applying the federal tax or any of the state taxes. But it is interesting that the tobacco companies obviously are lying. You know, when they use these numbers. See, I should be able to find that page, right? Yeah, I should be able to. Yeah, so this is the industry cost, as they call it. Philip Morris, this is the lie they told. Manufacturing cost and trade revenues. Okay, so that's their profit, apparently. And apparently that number, they gave 260 as the number. But obviously that number is one they have an awful lot of discretion over, right? Because 18 is more than $26. So how could their production, you know, how could they possibly be selling cigarettes for $1 less than their production cost? That doesn't make any sense, because they're lying. Their actual production cost is probably, as I've argued, like 60 cents. And that's the truth of it. And so they obviously sell to different different wholesalers at different prices, and that's the game being played here, part of the game being played here. And the government's in cahoots with the whole thing, for sure. No doubt about that. So anyway, so that just validates my point that the real cost of cigarettes should be something about, you know, $1 a pack, and all this is bullshit. If this was a one-off, I could see this one site was maybe a scam, but Google page 10 sites have Marlboros for $16 a carton, and offers seem to be endless. Yeah, and is there something going on that I'm missing? Yeah, there really, I mean, it's not that hard to find. I mean, you can find the truth fairly easily on Google searches. So, you know, if you go to the tax-free cigarette, you might find a site like, let's see, we'll find one here. Where's the one I saw? It was actually a Jewish site. Yeah, that even makes it better. Just to point out the other guy's an asshole. So Ohio has targeted 1,000 people for non-payment of cigarette taxes. More than 300 cartons of cigarettes over the net tax-free, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So the point is that, yes, it's illegal in the states to buy cigarettes without paying the tax. And they have mechanisms. They have the one called the Jenkins Act, which is a 70-year-old federal law that was about tobacco suppliers, you know, people selling bulk tobacco. And it was a regulation just to prevent people from avoiding the federal tax. And so now they're applying that and basically turned it into some sort of weird thing where now the retailer is obligated to narc on the person buying cigarettes. So if you buy cigarettes anywhere online by mail order, they're obligated to give your name and address to the federal government. Obviously, websites overseas wouldn't have to do that, wouldn't have to comply, but we know they would have to comply with some sort of trade regulations of some kind, and so in the end it probably ends up being the same thing. The other problem is that the United Parcel Service and the U.S. Postal Service, of course, have these addresses of these companies in their database, and so they will report to your state if you receive tobacco products from one of these known addresses of sellers of tax-free cigarettes. So in my case, I got notice of it. They were informed. The state of New Jersey was informed 2 weeks after I bought online cigarettes, and they didn't notify me that they were going to apply this tax until 14 months later, 16 months later, something like that. So yeah, 16 months later, I started getting individual bills for each carton, and they wanted me to send them individual checks. 35 individual checks they wanted me to send them. So that's why I went to court, is because I said, this is fucking bullshit. And that's before I even knew of what the Jenkins Act was, and that they were using this bogus law, and that they were basically just spying on cigarette smokers, and it's all a huge conspiracy, and it just absolutely sucks. So generally speaking, I guess I would say you might be able to get away with it, or you might not. But if you get caught, it's the tax man, and you don't want to be fucking with the tax man, because the tax code is so convoluted, and they'll just fuck you. They're insane, and you can't even, they can do anything. They can lose your shit, they can charge you twice, they can do anything they want, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you just don't want to fuck with these crazy bastards. And they're insane. They are insane motherfuckers. And that's just unfortunate that we've allowed our government to be, taken over by insane motherfuckers, but that's what they are. And like I said, telling people 14 months later, sending them a tax bill after they got it in 2 weeks. I mean, what the fuck is that? And sending individual bills. I mean, it's just so retarded. They should be put in jail just for the inefficiency alone. Fuck government employees. That union should be broken to pieces, into a million little pieces, and thrown into the fucking ocean. Government employees are motherfucking cunts, generally speaking. And they should get what they deserve, which is to hire somebody who can't do their job. Yeah, they should. Every roof they ever get done in their house should leak. Every repairman should blow up their shit. If somebody comes to clean their house, they should burn it down. They should get exactly what they deserve, which is an incompetent motherfucking son of a bitch. And that's a whole rant that really is unnecessary. But yeah, fuck government employees. They're just motherfucking evil bastards. That includes cops for sure. Cops are on top of the list. Cops number 1, taxman number 2, any other fucking bureaucracy number 3. They're all just fucking irrational motherfucking cunts. Yeah. The only one I have any respect for are mailmen. The rest of them can all drop the fuck dead. Yeah. Get what they deserve. Yeah. Anyway. So, on with the show. Yeah, the bottom line is that, yeah, if you fall for this shit, you're going to get the shit. Alright? Probably. You might get away with it, but you're setting yourself up for surprise, and it's not going to be a good surprise. So, I personally won't mess with it anymore just because I've already had my ass burned, and I'd rather not get it burned again. But it is inviting. But yeah, who knows? They'll probably just steal your money too. What are you going to do? Sue some company that's incorporated in whatever, Biafra or something? But I mean, the fact that they are able to get name brand cigarettes cheaper than what the companies claim the production price to be is quite obviously we're getting scammed and we're getting fucked. And unfortunately, cigarette smokers suck. So not much can get done about it. It is funny that this whole website, I used to help these guys out in New York years back, and they sort of followed my law suit and stuff, and so I had contact with a few people. But it's just kind of funny, this is the New York anti-smoking group, protect smokers group, and it's like they're lame. I think it's still got like a 1914 website. I mean, they're just so lame. It's just so sad that it just doesn't nothing gets much better. I mean, I guess they're they're selling, you know, whatever the alternatives, you know, the e-cigarette and stuff. But anyway, no, just it's all kind of pitiful. So anyway, so I haven't been to the site in like 10 years, so I'll have to check up and see what's changed. But anyway, it's just very sad. It's a sad, pitiful, hard world that we live in. Because people are sad and pitiful and horrid. We the people. Yeah, unfortunately, should have said, you know, excluding the assholes who we hope will get what they deserve and fall into the ocean and die. Yeah, that's really what, yeah, we got a clean fucking house. Too many fucking weeds in this human race. Way too fucking many. Anyway, till next time. Touch. Well, till now the video will start. So now this is a longer video now. So that's good though, right? We like longer videos. Maybe I'll even put it in the editor. What the hell? Yeah, fuck that. Well, we'll see. Till next time. Alright, making a video. Walk and talk video on drama. Ooh, don't like to do that usually. But it's what came up, so I'll do it. So Rob has made some video accusing me of flagging his video, which of course is just bullshit. And beyond that, you know, it's just a lot of accusations that somehow I'm for flagging, which I'm not. Ironically, I'm the one suggesting the internet should be regulated to protect people against flagging. I'm the one suggesting that flag videos should be public information. People shouldn't be allowed to degrade somebody's rights in this manner. Their letter, if they're going to write a letter to the sponsors of a corporation and all this kind of stuff, then that letter should be made public. If you're going to control the content on the internet, then you should be accountable for that. So yeah, I'm suggesting there should be law created to guarantee these rights. You're the one suggesting we should just let the corporation play games with us forever. It's their property, it's their world. We should be just little assholes who do whatever the corporation says. There's the obvious point to be made. There's no, I shouldn't have to say anymore. You're for allowing corporations to censor and fuck with us. I'm opposed to it. There. Yeah, I think that's quite obvious, right? So who's for free speech? The asshole who doesn't want to protect it, doesn't want to do a damn thing to guarantee it, or the asshole who suggests that yes, we should create minor regulation to guarantee a few open source type rights on the internet, that people shouldn't be allowed to fuck with us without putting their name on the dick. yeah, quite obviously. Anyway, there should be accountability, more accountability, not less accountability. So he wants people to be able to act maliciously, to key your car at night, to do all this stuff. I'm the one suggesting, no, we should put cameras in the parking lot and fuck your privacy. Yeah, let's catch the fuckers. Yeah, so who's for freedom, who's for protecting it, guaranteeing it, and who's not? There's the simple answer to the question. But whatever. I mean, I'd like to say, yeah, okay, I'm willing to give anyone who wants to make a complaint against me and suggest that I have done something malicious, I'm willing to sign any kind of contract or paper giving you the right to access my accounts. Not to change them, but to access information. So if you can get YouTube to give you the information with my permission, I'll give you permission to know whatever I've done on the internet. That's okay with me. Okay, because I know I haven't flagged any videos in like 2 years. So, you know, fuck you. But you know, the problem is that doesn't really do it, because they'll just say, well, you got a friend to do it, or you got somebody else to do it. And yeah, there's nothing I can say to that except bullshit, but I'm for making it public at any rate. I'm for, you know, whoever flagged your videos, I'm for people knowing who did that. Yeah, I'm for them being caught and told, hey, you suck, and everybody to say they suck, because I think it's a suck-ass piece of shit behavior. But that doesn't change the point, too, that obviously I have been a victim of this flagging procedure, and obviously I haven't reacted by saying, I'm going to play the game. No, I'm not going to play the game. I'm not going to react to it by flagging somebody else's videos. So that's just bullshit. And I certainly haven't suggested it in any way. And I'm willing to prove I haven't done it with any accounts you can trace to me. But like I said, I can't do anything about accusations that I'm in collusion with somebody, except that I'm willing, like I said, under the right conditions, to make all my activities on the internet public. Accessible to somebody who has a legitimate reason to access them and is willing to guarantee the privacy rights that might be made vulnerable. But anyway, fuck this proving one's character crap on the internet, right? Until we have a reliable lie detector test, we have shit. And all we have is a bunch of slanderous asswipes running free. And that's just the sad fact of life in this shit for a civilization with these pigs who just don't give a fuck about the truth. And that's all they are. They're just lying slobs. And that's what you're stuck with. It's called America. And it's a pile of shit. So anyway, all I can do is I hope you get what you deserve, okay, liar. So I hope people lie about you and fuck up your life and malign your character in a dishonest manner, just like you have done here. Yeah, so I hope you get exactly what you deserve, and I hope I get exactly what I deserve. Whatever I've put out into the world, I hope I get exactly that back in terms of deliberate, willful, intentional behavior. So if you've acted maliciously, I hope you get what you deserve. Because I can say, quite honestly, I haven't acted maliciously. And that's all I'm going to say on that. That's it. There's nothing else to say. So the whole general subject, though, so we'll go back to the cigarette tax thing. There's only two subjects here, and they won't talk about the two subjects. So from the beginning, my contention was that cigarettes are preposterously overtaxed, and that the tax is disproportional to other vices similarly situated in terms of their social damage. All right, and that's the standard. I used the number of 800%. Now, that's based on the simple, demonstrated now fact that cigarettes, to produce a pack of cigarettes in 1970, to sell it, to advertise it, for the retailer and the manufacturer and the grower to make a profit, they did it on 20 cents. That was with a huge advertising budget included. And it's the real dollar equivalent today, by 600% inflation would be $1.20. I say the inflation should be more like 500% at minimum, at the most, because cigarettes have become less expensive to produce because of mechanization, and they can no longer advertise on the expensive media, so there's no longer a huge advertising budget. Those being two reasons. Also, there's the whole, if you were able to mail cigarettes and do all the other stuff, it'd be dirt cheap. But you wouldn't have to even pay retailers to have the lights on. So anyway, so let's just say $1 a pack would be the reasonable presumptive price to manufacture and sell a pack of cigarettes. I say it should be 60 cents, but whatever, I'll go with the dollar price. And so the retail price now is $8 for a name brand pack of Winston. They should sell for $1, and the difference between the 1 and the 8 is all government intervention. All of it. And that's what I stated, and that's what I contend. In New York City, that would come out to 1,000 or 1,200% uh, exaggeration of the price. The point is 80 or 90% of the cost of a cigarette is government intervention. That's the point. And until other vices similarly situated or have the same financial penalty put on them, I'm saying it's un-American and it's illegal. It's an immoral act by a reckless, sloppy pig of a majority who has no respect for constitutional principles and is just abusing the law, abusing our democracy, abusing the Constitution, abusing all of it. They are devoid of character as civilized humans. They have no respect for the fundamental principles. They are, in fact, freedom haters, and they are honesty haters, and they are principle haters. They're worse than fucking Muslims. And so we've essentially been taken over by these reckless, self-interested corporate whore slobs. And it's a sad truth, but America is a third world country. It is a pile of shit, and it might as well just sink into either the Atlantic or the Pacific. I don't care which one, but it might as well just sink because it's a piece of shit because of these assholes. And cigarettes demonstrates it. It proves it. It makes it glaringly obvious that principles mean nothing. The only thing that matters is the self-interest, and the majority will fuck anybody if they can make 10 cents on the deal. And that's not America. It's not even close. So anyway, and the other subject is, was Jefferson a rapist? No, that's not the subject. How did that become the subject? Strange. Anyway, is whether we should have minor regulation to ensure public utility on the internet, or should it just be owned and managed and controlled by corporations? I think the logical answer is, like so many other things regulated in our economy and in our society, it should be sensibly regulated to provide for minimum protections, like labeling on food products, like, I don't know, come up with something. But yes, we regulate certain things in terms of obliging them to behave in a certain manner, to fulfill some minimum requirements, and to have a few minimum requirements for people making huge profits, on infrastructure facility sites, to guarantee certain rights of fair and equitable distribution of the terms of service, to protect against discriminations and perversions, seems infinitely sensible. It's almost like saying there should be a law making it clear to Google that it can have an algorithm for searching the internet, but that algorithm can't be overtly, do dishonest things. It can't protect their friendly corporations or protect their advertisers or give differential treatment in the results they produce to special interests. That we should guarantee certain mechanisms like that, or we will not have an honest internet. We won't have, it just won't be. So it'll all be about the money. So understand that's the subcontext of this whole conversation. Is on both of these subjects, what we're really talking about is who should have free speech and who should have the right to smoke. And these assholes are saying rich people should have those rights. The very people cigarettes are being taxed to give a benefit to. The very people, you can find, increases in the cigarette tax are often commensurate with tax cuts to the rich. The cigarette tax has been used to fill deficits created by tax cuts to the rich. It certainly happened here in the state of New Jersey. The two are grow in complete parallel, and You know, that's the canard here, is that these people are really, their agenda is fuck the poor, fuck people having rights as being human. No, you have to have money to have rights. That's what these people believe. Money buys rights. So you want free speech on the internet? You have to buy your own website, and then you have to buy Google ads so Google will index your website, and then you can have some free speech. So the more ads you buy, the more speech you have. So the more money you have, the more you can talk and be heard. And that's the only thing that should decide. There shouldn't be any other mechanism to protect free speech except how deep your fucking pockets are. And the only thing that should protect whether you should have the right to smoke is how rich you are. If you have enough money, you can smoke. If you don't have enough money, no liberty is yours. We won't give you a fair price for cigarettes. We'll make it too expensive for a common man to smoke. Certainly a man making the average wage in this country certainly can't do it responsibly, especially if he happens to have kids or a family. He's certainly out of luck, because it's way too much of his income to compromise for the luxury. So that's the America they want to live in. The rich have privilege, the rich have rights, the poor, fuck you. We're just going to tax the fuck out of you and drive you as hard as we can into the ground. We're going to put our planks down on top of you and nail nails into you and grind you into the ground so we can build a marvelous, comfortable home for the rich to live in. A shiny city built out of their blood, their rights. So that's all these people are about. Edible Napalm is a fascist motherfucking cunt who licks rich man dick. Same thing for this unseen perfidy, a little man of privilege, and who doesn't give a fuck because he's never had to do honest work in his life. And those are the people you're licking their ass, fuckers. So be proud of yourself. You suck. And they have the obnoxiousness to boot to tell me I flagged videos, to make accusations they can't defend with a single fact, but they'll make them anyway. That's the kind of lowlifes they are. Yep. So anyway, enough said. Drama video concluded. Yeah. I shall go back to my bliss. Beautiful. Yeah. It's nice. The water gets so clear when it's cold. It gets so clear. Look at this. Somebody has dropped a pot in there. How dare they? There's probably a story to that somewhere. But whatever. People be silly. And such. So, some work. I don't know if I'll swim or not. My ears are still fucked. And the water is cold. But anyway, we'll see. Till next time.